Okay guys, so welcome back to another video. We didn't do an intro clip for this, so I'm doing a little bit of voiceover at the beginning. So we'll see how that turns out. As you can see, I'm starting up this tree with the flip line. We've got a double forked birch tree, river birch, and it's leaning towards the house, and we don't have a good lane in either direction to drop it. So I'm going up and kind of cutting with the handsaw a little bit and hoping that I can get up to the top. So in this video, we decided to do some good first-person shots from the new Hero 10. We've got it on the chest mount, which turned out okay. It's, a lot of times you can't see exactly what we're doing, but if I put it on my helmet, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing with my hands. So we might try it both ways. We'll see which one we like better. But at the end of the first-person shots, we're going to put a time lapse from third person. So you'll get to see the entire job, kind of how it went in about 30 seconds. So hopefully these shots will be good. See what happens. Let's get into it.
All right, YouTube. I don't know if you'll be able to hear Jesse. He's in my headset. I'm trying not to. Jesse said, don't cut your rope. Pro tip. Oh, I just smacked the camera on the tree. That's awkward. Breaking it in. Something like that.
So now you can see me moving my tie-in point up above. I carry 2 lines with me when I'm working, so you can see my flip line that I've been working on so far. And then before I use a chainsaw, I have to tie in twice. My second line is the Yale Scandier. It's an 11.7 48 strand rope that I don't believe they make anymore. And I also use the zigzag with it. So I've really enjoyed using it, but it's starting to get a little bit flat, and my zigzag is starting to slide through it. All right, now Jesse has gotten me the rig rope. It's probably a 1/2 inch as far as I know. We used the mess out of it, and as you can see, it's starting to milk in the video, which got really annoying. I had Jesse to whack it off for me, but the whole time it got all bunched up at the end and really ugly. But we're tying them on one at a time, and we're going to be rigging them to a tree back behind us. So you can see me, I can just make the cut, and Jesse can hold the rope and let it down real slowly instead of dropping it on the roof.
That's great. How about it? The glasses are fogging up.
There we go. All right.
You got steam rolling out of them. Typical humid North Carolina day.
So a lot of people wonder, how we get the rope back up to our climber. And all we did right there is Jesse just walks away from the anchor point over there, and he just keeps walking and keeps walking until it pulls the rope at just enough angle where I can grab it and pull it right back up. Super simple.
I would say hold it tight because you don't want to smash that gutter. Ready? Man, it's nice to have waterproof cameras. My phone's waterproof, and my GoPro's waterproof.
So as you can see here, the rain is coming down pretty good. This is the hardest it rained on us all day. And we didn't get too wet, The only real problem with rain is stuff starts to get slick and your grip gets a little bit slick. But my spikes are good, so I got good traction safety-wise. And the other big thing is grit that gets in your ropes. So all those can be a problem, but they weren't too bad today. We'll just have to wash all the gear when we get done.
He's a fart smeller. I mean, smart fella. Well, hey, we got soaked on the first job. That stinks.
So this is a still frame of my bracelet. It caught my eye when I was editing. One side says, "Make your life count," and the other side says, "Make his name known." Now this is a statement that I didn't want to gloss over. It's something that's really important to me, and that is my Christian faith. I believe it is evident from the beautiful creation that I work in that God created the world we live in. Obviously, though, it isn't perfect due to our breaking of God's law. Anyone in my field would know that death is not a distant thought when working high above the ground with a chainsaw. The Bible says that it has been appointed once for each man to die and then face judgment, and we are all found guilty of breaking God's law. However, because Jesus, the Son of God, lived the perfect life that we could not live, died a death he didn't deserve, and rose again, conquering death, we can stand before God justified in the final judgment if we accept the grace extended to us. So if you don't know Jesus or you don't know anything about the Bible, I would encourage you to reach out, and I would love to share the good news of the gospel with you because it has ultimately changed my life, and it can change yours as well. That's it for that. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so this is a little bit of a spider monkey maneuver. If my legs weren't as long as they were, there's no way I could have made that. I had to lean and use my full reach and get my leg all the way over there and get my spike in the tree so I could climb up a little bit and then throw my lanyard on. So that's how I got to the other half. We decided we were going to rope a couple down from it while I was up there, and then we'd just be able to tie the two base pieces on and just swing them all the way down. So that went really well. So what I actually ended up doing is on this left half, there are two separate forks. And so I went up and I tied the first one. I was like, oh no, this isn't going to work because we got to get that other half off first. So I ended up leaning over and trying to tie the other one on. And then you'll see me set back in this little spot and cut the other half. Well, I kind of misjudged it a little bit, and the tip was a little too heavy, and it ended up going on the opposite side of those green giants right there. So we had to let it down on the other side, and it was a big pain in the butt, but everything came down okay. We didn't break anything.
Well, that ain't good. That's on the wrong side of the bushes. It's gonna get stuck, is what's gonna happen. No, because it's waterproof. Like, water doesn't go through it, but water also doesn't stick on it.
I guess maybe it's like fear of.
Yeah. All right, I'm coming down. Yeehaw.
So we really had fun with this tree. It did rain on us a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. We were happy with how the equipment held up and seemed to get some good enough footage. Let us know in the comments, what else kind of videos you want to see and what you think of the footage. If there's anything we can do to improve. We're very new to photography and not good at it at all. So if you have any tips or pointers on how to get good videos, you can let us know. Feel free to drop us a like or subscribe. On that bombshell, we'll see you in the next one.
Got a little bonus footage. Here's the chest mount that we used today, and the tripod for the time lapse. And we're now going to be washing the GoPro off a little bit.